Yes, kia ora and welcome into Playmakers Rugby Stories, and I'm joined by Black Ferns legend Te Kura Ngata-Aerengamate. Thanks for joining us. Good to be here.
Good to play. Kia ora.
Kia ora. Now, you're just going into camp for the Black Ferns, so it's about time we sort of get into the business end of stuff going forward. How's it been in recent times?
Man, it's been awesome with the ladies. It was a bit deflating hearing the news with the World Cup being postponed, but we've got the new dates today, which is really uplifting, and I think it's motivating for everyone now.
Yeah, what was it like when it got announced that it was going to be played in New Zealand? First time ever, and especially after you guys been so successful as the Black Ferns team, but to play at home, how good?
Oh, too good. Yeah, just play at home in front of whānau for the first time. Not having our whānau wake up at 2 a.m. just to watch our games overseas when we're playing over there, so to have it at home is going to be it's amazing to see.
Yeah, talk about whānau. Your whānau, your mum and dad actually live out where I live in Te Arotu,
yes.
Tat North, as they say. Hey, but I remember playing touch and you smoked me. Why'd you have to pick on me for it?
Oh man, I was just trying my hardest.
I just want to get into, I mean, there's been a lot said about a lot of the ladies being part-time professionals, having to play and work as well. So for you, what's your mahi, what's your work?
My mahi is a PE and health teacher. I'm currently at Kaitaia College. Had a break this term, worked term 1 for rugby, just to solely focus on rugby. So yeah, my school's been really cool to let me pursue my dreams and hopefully inspire our kids at Kura.
Yeah, at age 15, they wouldn't let you play with the boys. You're too good, so you had to move on to Ponsonby. Hey?
Yes, I moved on to Ponsonby. It was pretty sad leaving the boys' teams, but yeah, I didn't even know that it was a women's team in rugby. I just thought, as a little girl playing with the boys, I thought I want to be an All Black. I didn't even know there was a Black Ferns squad. So to my dad sorted out that there was a women's Ponsonby team. I went along to that, and I was 15. You're meant to be 16, but they still chucked me on the field. Chantal Baker, our coach at the time, put me on, and they loved me from there. So, and I loved playing with the Felice. Yeah,
I was going to say, there's a place where you just felt comfortable.
Yeah, definitely whānau orientated, and that's what they really looked after me as a young girl, and that's in the squad. Yeah,
and then there would have been a lot of Auckland women in that side, I assume.
Yep.
How was it playing with some of those ladies?
Oh, it was also my first idol actually with rugby. You know, I looked up to Tana Umanga and Christian Cullen. You know, that's who I ever knew. But then knowing that there was a Black Fern in the squad, Linda Itunu, you know, one of the big guns. I was thinking, far out. She's mean.
But what made her so mean that you looked up to her?
Oh, training was just 100% at all times, and she would smash anyone, even if you're just learning rugby, she would just take you out. And I thought, wow, that's cool, I want to be like that one day. Yeah,
I mean, Linda's like one of the best tacklers I've seen in the black jersey, men's or women's. She was nuts. But I mean, getting good habits of someone like that, I mean, must have been a game changer for you.
Yeah, definitely. She took me for my first training as well. I thought, oh, yeah, let's go with Linda.
Yeah.
And I died. Yeah, I died with her, and I was thinking, is this how the Black Ferns train, you know?
Yeah.
So being alongside her and the likes of Eloise, Charmaine McMinimum, Aldora, playing alongside them as well. It was awesome. And
then you graduated, you got your game for Auckland, and playing against some of those legends. I mean, what was it like when you made that team?
Oh, it was a long time. I had quite a long wait to make that squad. I think I started Ponsonby at 2007, so I was 5th form, and then I didn't make the FPC or NPC at the time till 2012. So I think I would have been 20 years old.
Yeah.
So being in the mix and seeing all my friends make the Storms, I was behind Fiat so, and I was maybe the 4th hooker.
Jeez.
So being in Ponsonby for 7 years and finally get my opportunity on the 7th year, man, it was really hard to keep going, you know, because knowing that I aspired to be in there, in the Storm, and seeing all my friends, like, you know, getting a trial, but I was never seen.
Yeah.
So I was really lucky I had my parents and had my faith to get through those hard times, you know, and finally get an opportunity. And even when I got that opportunity, I think it was my first and last cap with Auckland Storm. I remember getting on the field and I just stepped over the chalk and the whistle blew for full time.
Oh, true.
So, you know, I just stepped over, but that was counted as a cap.
Hardy, I'll take those,
But, you know, even being I think, receiving that as well, you know, it felt like a closed door. Like, you know, I felt like far out. I really want to get out there. Yeah, and that's when I had to decide my next step, which was, okay, let's reassess. Maybe I'll move province so I can play against V. And not be the fourth hooker, you know. So I decided to go to counties, and while I was a loan player, actually, I played for Ponsonby, and I didn't make 2013 for Storm. So I rang up my friends and I said, hey, would your coach let me play for counties? Ended up playing there and got to start over there and play against V, and then cracked the Black Ferns the following year. So just needed my opportunity, I think.
I mean, what was it like though? I mean, for you, not physically, but mentally be able to just keep plugging away and finally making that team, but it must have been a hard journey. Very,
very hard. It was a lot of tears. But I think I'm just really grateful for that. Like, looking back now, in that time that I wasn't making it, I got to go to university and I got to focus on my study. So I'm a qualified teacher. And I think if I had rugby during that time, I would be, I wouldn't be focused. It would be hard to do both, you know? So I'm actually quite blessed that that happened. It was meant to be, I think.
2014. You've gone through the trials and tribulations at Auckland and Ponsonby. You come over to counties, had a stellar year, and then you made the Black Ferns. How was that for you, in terms of just hearing your name called out?
Oh man, I think I was going into no reception too. So I rang up the manager and said, "Hey, can you tell me the news? Because I'm going up north and there's no reception."
No Wi-Fi. Right?
So that was cool to get that phone call and then tell my parents, and I think they were just so blessed with that, knowing everything that I had been going through as well. Lifting me up when I'm down, and I think they were just so relieved. Finally, you know. But just during that time with counties, I'm just thankful for having coaches like Davida White and Daryl Susua. Like, man, they really put into our ladies in that team and really promoted us to be the best we can be, you know. And they were awesome.
Davida was a bit of a mentor for you, wasn't she?
Definitely.
In that county. So what made her so special in terms of?
She was like my mum, away from home. Mum stayed out west, and I had another mum. Davida was that down south, or auntie. You know, she's she really looked after me, and was also my boss as well at Tangaroa College. So for her to also cover me off field with my mahi, cover my shifts and all that, for me to go away for camps, I'm just really grateful and thankful for her.
What was it like when you first walked into your first Black Ferns camp? Buzzy?
Yeah, man, I was scared actually.
Scared?
Yeah,
scared, nervous?
It's just very, very professional, you know, and very, you know, surrounded by the greats, and being there and thinking, far out, I'm the best in Aotearoa, you know, I'm a part of this. I was
the world, you mean? And the world.
And the world. You know, I was overwhelmed with it all, and I have built lifelong friendships through the squad, and also learnt a lot.
Talk about your first World Cup in 2014. Just, you know, making the Black Ferns is awesome, right? But going to a World Cup is next level, so that must have been quite freaky as well.
Oh, definitely. I was thinking, wow, I've just made the team on the big stage, you know. This is the big deal. And going over to France and being there for the first time, you know, as a young'un. I think when I went over there, I got lost. I automatically got lost. So we went to, we were heading to France, and we stopped over in Dubai. Never been, you know, the furthest trip I did was Tararo. Then I got there, and I lost the team. The team took off. So I'm standing in here. The team took off, or you took off? Maybe I did. You know, and I'm standing looking around at this massive mall of airport, thinking, what am I going to do? Yeah. So, it just started from leaving Aotearoa, my journey, getting to France. It was awesome. I think I played 2 out of 5 games in that tournament. So it was actually quite hard too, because we did lose against Ireland.
Yeah.
And that really flipped our world upside down, I guess finding out that we're out of the semi and final. Yeah, so that was really guttering. Yeah.
But one thing that wasn't guttering, you met one of your good mates, Victoria Sabritsky Nafatali.
Yeah, exactly. My good mate Vic, we're the air whores. We're called the air whores.
The air whores, eh?
Yeah, we call each other air whore. She was my bestest friend in the galaxy. That's what we called each other.
Yeah.
But yes, we met each other over there in 2014, and I think going over there and both of us only playing 2 games out of 5. Yeah. It was disheartening, know.
Yeah.
So to have you
want to play every game, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But knew that we needed to wait our turn. But to be with someone in the same boat, and us look after each other for DD dinners, and when duty presentations happening, we go away with the players that didn't make the squad, and we get to have dinner. To have her there and was, I guess, a blessing. Yeah. And we made up the band Ferns back then. We've got
the band Ferns.
Yeah, we've got a band in the Black Ferns.
Yeah. Who's in the band?
There's auditions.
There's proper auditions.
So we won't know until we'll see.
There's 2, you and Vic.
Just me and Vic. We're the OGs.
Yeah, the duet. Now you went to a Rugby World Cup, and then you come back and you make a Rugby League World Cup for the Cook Islands. I mean,
Cook Islands.
How did that all come about?
Oh man, I think just one of the uncles, just messaged me.
Kia ora, Nanisi, come over here.
Are you available? Yeah, that was. I think that was very. It just pulled on the heartstrings, I think, because it was for me to represent my dad's side that I'm really proud of. I'm proud to be Cook Island and proud to be Māori and to represent Aotearoa and then represent the Cook Islands. I just felt whole. You know.
Yeah.
And we did well over there, like just with the whole tournament, and I guess learning our culture during, because when you get your jersey, you got to get up and dance. Yeah. So I think that's a big thing, knowing who you are and your identity, sense of belonging, eh? Yeah.
You get past that Rugby World Cup, and then 2019, finally you get your starting spot once Fee retires.
Yeah. Hey. Man, I went from 5 minutes to 75 minutes.
I mean, but was it a mindset change for you at all, or now it's just like, now it's me, I'm good?
Oh, I was just content. Yeah. Very content. I felt like all the struggle, I guess I faced throughout my years, it just went away. Yeah. Straight away. And it was just game time, and I felt, I felt happy anyway. Yeah,
well, I suppose like you've had a lot of, you had to bide your time, like you said before, and finally achieve your goal of being a starting hooker for the Black Ferns, all champions. I mean, there's been a real up and down time of vision, not to you know what I mean, but hey, so that's just reward for just being able to
just
take yourself and have great support around you.
Yeah, definitely lucky to have my parents to. Get me through, and my friends,
One thing I love is watching you do the haka. And honestly, when you kaya the haka, I mean, I reckon it's absolutely awesome. And something you obviously enjoy and take pride in.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's I got asked the question in 2014 when I got to lead the haka for the first time. Yeah. And they asked me, how does it feel to lead the haka? And I was thinking, oh man, it's easy peasy. It's just something it's been instilled in my life ever since I was a baby, If I didn't get up and do pohiri or get up and sing a waiata or lead the waiata, my mum would be death stares.
It'd get the pook under eyes.
Yeah, I had to do it. Yeah. So, when I got asked that question, can you do it? Yeah. I could already see my mum in the stands looking at me like, get up. Yeah. And so I was like, it was just breakfast, lunch and dinner for me, and no nerves at all.
Yeah. So you moved from counties, you get up and play for Northland, and it was a bit closer to home for you in 2019. I mean, you must, once again, saying it must have been quite comfortable to be able to go and play for home up north.
Up north, my partner's from up north, so to represent over there, it was cool because it was a starting team, just got started in 2019, and a lot of ladies that never knew the level. And playing it, they were, amazed, and they thought, "Oh, shucks, let's start training now."
Yeah. Let's turn up to training, eh?
Let's start getting out there on the roads or something, So being a part of that milestone with Northland was very humbling.
Tell me what it was like having yourself, Portia, Victoria playing for you last season, and Tyler, Nathan Wong. It's a pretty gutting team. I enjoyed watching you ladies. I'll be honest.
Yeah, man.
You were yelling at them all the time. I liked it. Hey, forwards coming on me.
having Portia and Tyler with us, man, they just to see them be home, and see them play for home. It was that much special, like seeing Portia also with her dad in the stands. Also her dad being in the Northland squads, and I think it was called North Auckland.
North Auckland.
It was cool to see that.
Yeah.
And they just added so much to our team. And it was awesome with Vic. Vic ran the show. She just ran everything, And
literally, she ran it because she didn't kick the ball much.
Yep, she ran it. She ran the whole show, and be alongside Crystal Murray and Aroha Savage as well in the forward pack, just to have the leaders. Also, Camilla Wehongi, who was a former Blackfern. Having her, she was, I guess, a heart and soul of our forward pack, Camilla. But to have leaders across the board in those key positions with our young ones and our senior players, learning from these leaders, man, it was wicked.
So when you went to training, did you feel the standards had lifted with those ladies?
Definitely. I think the first training, Portia smashed someone, And one of the girls goes, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
But I mean, they train intensely.
We know exactly how they train, and I couldn't believe Portia brought it to training.
Well, I think, was it a good thing for you boys? It was a good thing.
I loved it. I thought that is what we want to look like. That's what we need to be like. So good on Portia for doing that.
Hey, as long as it wasn't me, Portia? Hey, but I'll give it to you. I think when it come to the actual competition, it paid off, right? Because you guys played well.
Yeah, we did.
Cody.
We did really well, and I wish that we got the opportunity to be in the semi-final, but we missed out. But apart from that, it was an awesome season for the ladies.
Do you think they'll be able to carry it on this year? Just because I'm a Tani Whās and Cody fan, that's all I'm asking.
Yep. I reckon they can take out the championship.
Yeah, there we go. We'll just talk about that Super Rugby game that was just played just recently between the Auckland ladies and the Chief ladies. Finally getting on Eden Park, finally getting that team amongst it. I mean, how big a stride is it from like when you first started to now?
Well, being a part of the first Blues women's team, it was a dream come true because, like I said, when I was a young person playing, I only looked up to the men's players, and I wanted to be All Black. So to be a part of the team such as, with players a part of the history such as Karl Spencer and Doug Howlett, and to wear that jersey that they wear, they've worn. Wow, it's just
massive,
wow, that's awesome. Shucks.
So was it a different feeling like when you walked in the change room and saw Blues jersey, the number 2?
Yeah, definitely. I was like, man, this is the real deal. I was just overwhelmed with it all, and it was interesting because when I was a kid, I entered a competition, and it was to design the mascot for the Blues. And I was thinking, I'm in the Blues now.
Yeah.
Like here's me, that little kid that was designing a mascot, and I think I named it the Auckland Blue Orcas. Like I did a whale.
Orca? Yeah.
And I was like one of the 5 that got picked.
Oh, finalists.
So I got to go to Eden Park. I got to go to Eden Park and watch a Blues game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then I was just thinking, heck, I'm part of this now.
Yeah, hard out. Adding to the history.
Yeah. I might bring my mascot back for
Bring the Walker back.
team.
That's it. Well, your coach for that week was Willie Walker.
Yes.
How did that pan out? Was he a good coach?
Oh, he's awesome, man.
He's my mate, that's all.
He's awesome because he's from the coast.
Yeah.
From where I'm from, well, he's from Portuguese, so yeah. Having him and alongside him was Cheryl Waka, so it's cool to have one of the Cody ladies and also former Black Fern, her and Anna Richards.
Yes.
I guess I really look up to our former women players, you know. There's some big names, and it was just cool.
Yeah. And now it sounds like they're going to have 4 ladies team in Super Rugby next year. So it's stamped the mark.
Yes, it's exciting. It's exciting to see, and can't wait.
Yeah, that's what? How many more years are you going to play for now?
I might change it now.
Might as well. That Super Rugby, but I mean, being able to play alongside the Super Rugby teams, that's massive for World Rugby. Let alone New Zealand, I reckon, having a comp like that, eh?
Yeah.
Only ones in the world.
Exactly, and it's like far out. Like, we're going to be well resourced too, and imagine the rugby that will be displayed. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be just a step up, and like I said, it will prepare us more for international games.
Well, I've even noticed, like, because I'm helping coach one of the high schools here in Auckland, and we got these girls coming through that just want to play rugby now. You know what I mean? Whether it be 7s or 15s, and when they see you guys running out, obviously they see you with the Black Ferns, but now running out every week in Super Rugby and the Super Rugby gears, I think that's massive for our young kids, talking about all the talent up north, and it's absolutely huge. You can't underestimate how big a reach this is going to have, this competition.
And you know, with us being on television, you know, you got to see to want to be it, you know.
Yes.
And I think our rangatahi and our women will really aspire even more to be a part of that.
Yeah. Well, like you say, I just want to take it quickly back to your vocation, your teaching. Did you always want to be a teacher?
I think I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk too much, eh?
I wanted to be a teacher, and I'm not a teacher either. Did I forget talking?
Yeah. But I think, I did actually, when I was at school, I really aspired to be like one of my PE teachers at school. Yeah. So I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that straight after kura I went into teaching. Yeah.
Is that something you tell your kids though? You got to get educated. You got to get someone behind you.
Yeah. It's very important.
Yeah.
Very important. Just, you know, injuries, if that happens, then you've got something to fall back on.
I think too, and a lot of the boys sort of figuring it out now. It's about balance, eh? You can't be rugby all the time. You speak about well-being. It's a big part of it to have something outside of the game also. Yeah,
definitely. And it does keep me sane when I'm in the classroom. You know, because it can get real hard. Meeting the obligations of what you need to do as a, I guess, contracted player or whatnot. So, to have that go back to just to ground you, you know. That for me teaching.
I know you're going to do something special to close us out just here in a second, but I just ask you, is there anything or any one game or any one moment in particular that sort of sticks in your head, whether it be from provincial games or test rugby, that sort of you think, wow, man, that was pretty cool?
I think last year it was pretty cool to be at Waitakere Stadium again. We played against the Barbarians.
Yes.
To go home. To be performing.
Just down the road,
haka,
eh?
And to be on the field that I started my rugby.
Oh, that's cool. Full circle.
Yeah, 5 years old.
Yeah.
I was down there. So to be back on that field, playing again, I was like, wow, I'm at Waitakere City rugby again. Yeah, that was. And I think it's just cool because next year the games will be played at Trust Stadium. Yes, Trust Stadium is one of the. And in Whangarei, so. Yeah, that's a cool moment. Oh,
well, that's a cool way to finish us off, I think. Now you're going to waiata us out, are you?
Oh, you got to sing with me? Okay. We'll do Aotearoa. That's the only song that we know. You know that song?
No.
I'll sing it then.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Aotearoa e karanga e te iwi e Kua e ke mai nei, kua e ke mai nei Ki runga te marae e A mauri mata me ngā tini roi mata e maringi whānui e. A titiro, au e titiro e ngā iwi i ngā mahi o te motu, hei ora ake nei e. A ruana te whenua, whati whati te moa nā. Au e te aroha, au e te aroha te mama i au e. Au e te aroha, au e te aroha te mama i au. Ruana te whenua, whati whati hei.